it's this older woman too. She same age as my mama. This woman get on my last nerves, boy.
I feel like I've heard you talk about her before.
Probably. Her old ass. Them old folk, boy, be. If I find out my parents are acting like these old people in my office, I'm gonna have some conversations with them.
What you gonna say?
I'm gonna let my mama know. I'm like, you way too grown. I'm gonna let you know, mama. Them young folk in the office is talking about your behind then if you acting like that. Because this old heifer be gossiping. She's like the stereotype of the old woman in the office. Like she's always gossiping about something. She's complaining about the young people all the time. And first of all, this heifer old is it like she still got a Rolodex. You know what a Rolodex is, nigga? Like it's 2024.
I know people. It's somebody in my office that still got that, but it's like it's been sitting around for like ever, and it's got some useful information on it. So
Bro, like, and she prints everything. I email her, so like, I will email her because she orders stuff for the office. So I'll send it to her in an Excel, and then I make links to each thing I put on her so she can just click on it and it goes straight to the Amazon for Business page on what she needs. And I put exactly how many I want, exactly what it is. I even put the purpose for it and when I'll need it by. And she still calls me. No, actually, she'll call our front desk where the students work. She'll call the front desk and ask them, "Where's Will? Heifer, you have my phone number." Like she calls, so then they'll text me, "Hey, Will, Miss So and So's looking for you." I'm like, and then I'll write them back. I'm like, "She's got my number," and they just say LOL and do this little emoji. And so, but I'm like, why is she calling the front desk all the time? So then she'll call me, no, and then I'll come back and the students will go again. She came by the desk looking for you. I'm like, this woman has my phone number. I don't know what. So then I'll go upstairs and she's like, I've been looking for you. And I'm like, that's crazy. What?
What?
That's crazy. What? And she's like, well, I'm about to order all your stuff. I'm like, okay. Like, what? I said, all right, well, you have the information. She said, hold on, stay right here while I order it. I'm like, what is the purpose of me emailing it to you if I have to stand here by you when you order it? I just don't understand. So then I got to sit there as she's going through each item while she's ordering it. And I truly like her, but this woman get on my last nerves. And she, oh Lord, this old heifer need to retire. She's always threatening. Y'all gonna be mad when I retire. And I told her, quit promising us with a good time and just do it. If you don't just go ahead and retire and quit promising and threatening, like we are ready to throw you a retirement party and get your old ass out of here.
I'm crying.
I can't stand these old heifers in the office. I can't stand them, Lord Jesus. But so yeah, that's my Kanye rant for the day.
Kanye office rant.
That's my Kanye office rant because these and the whole office is between the youngest is 22 and then the oldest is like 68. Or no, the oldest is like 72. So it's a wide range of people in this damn office. So I'll be exhausted.
I can tell.
I'd be mentally because you're dealing with the students down here, these 19-year-olds that don't know shit, and then you got these old people. Hey, Will, you need to make sure you tell the students this. They need to do this. I'm like, I've told them, and guess what? They're 19-year-olds. If I can get a bunch of 19 and 20-year-olds to do 80% of their job, I count that as a win for the day. We did our job if we got them to do 80% of their job because these kids can't. These little niggas can't walk and chew gum at the same time.
I'm crying.
They can't. Lord Jesus, kids, they getting dumber and dumber each year. Dumb. I'm trying though. So yeah. How are you doing?
All right.
What are you doing these days to stay sane and not go off like I am?
Therapy and church. Therapy and church.
I told somebody that. I said, it's a great mixture. Therapy and church and having a drink after work are three things that keep me sane.
I ain't even been having drinks. I fasted. I fasted for 21 days in January. So Monday was the first day I could drink. I drank. I got drunk. And then to the point where I woke up this morning and I said, what was you in such a hurry to break your fast for? To be doing your fast for to feel like this?
Did you have a hangover?
I didn't have a hangover. I just didn't feel that great. Like I did the Daniel fast. I was doing nothing but fruits, veggies, water, protein that wasn't from animals. and I wasn't drinking anything outside of water. And so like I just did not feel good at all. Like I didn't have a hangover, but I just didn't feel good. Like
And
I just
was
didn't
you
want
mixing
to
it with
drink.
like sugary drinks too?
I did, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I
That's part of it
margarita,
then.
all of that shit. But I'm saying I'm putting all of that bad shit in my. It's like I flushed all that. I spent the whole month staying away from all that bad shit just to rush to put it all back in my body, and that's how I felt. And I was feeling great
But
the
see,
entire
that's
month.
I think also a lot of that is like those sugary drinks part too. Cause like when I'm like, cause I never eat like I don't really eat steak for real. I eat steak probably once every damn, I probably eat steak twice a year now.
Mm,
And I'll eat steak and then the next morning I feel awful. Or like I don't drink those real sugar a lot of sugary drinks.
yeah,
And then I drank some pop one day. And first of all, it was actually kind of nasty trying to drink it again, but that it killed me. And so
yeah,
that's why I really and I don't mix my drinks and stuff because that's the shit that was having me wake up the next morning feeling awful, like headaches and just body feeling just icky.
exhausted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
and
just
I wasn't doing no sugar, no like I wasn't doing nothing extra. I was just doing fruits, vegetables, and protein that wasn't from animals, so like beans and nuts and stuff like that, and water. And then I went, took my ass and ate tacos and shit, drank some margaritas. And it's like
especially
I
the
said, I wasn't
margaritas.
hungover. I just was like, I just did not feel great the next day. Like didn't have a headache or nothing like that. But I just was like,
You
what
did
you
too much on the first day.
I was like, what you break? I was like, you were so ready to get your fast to like do this when you've been feeling real good like the past several weeks.
And the funny
So
part of this conversation is that bottle of tequila sitting on the counter in the background.
it's empty. It's actually
And it's
empty.
empty too.
It was on my cart and I walked past it and I just realized that it was on my bar cart and there was nothing in it. Cause you can't really see in a Milagro bottle.
Correct.
But somebody nigga was drinking out of it. Not like a nigga, like a black person was drinking out of it and they put it back on the cart instead of throwing it away. And I just now noticed that
That's
it
some
was
real niggerish stuff to do that
I know
too.
who did it too, because I remember the last person over here that was drinking it because they was making themselves margaritas. And they were sitting in my counter, making margaritas, drinking it or whatever, set it back on the cart. I just now realized just now today that it was empty.
Did
I
y'all
was like,
use like margarita mix to make the margaritas?
she was using margarita mix. I wasn't even drinking.
I'm about to say because I stopped doing that like about 3 years ago using that because all that sugar that's in a margarita mix. So I don't
Yeah,
even do that now.
yeah. Somebody drank out my looking and put the bottle back on the cart. It's just a niggas, what?
What's fun, man? If one thing's for sure and two things for certain, niggas gonna nig.
But I was like, I was just cleaning up and stuff, and I was like, and I'm like, hold on, I think this bottle empty. I picked it up. I said, this motherfucker, it's
You
been get on.
you give a nigga a chance to nig, they won't disappoint
Put
you.
this empty ass bottle back up my car. It's
That's
like
so
drinking the juice and leaving the corner and putting it back in the refrigerator.
that's so trifling. Hey, do people still say trifling for real? Because I don't feel like I hear that anymore.
I'm sure.
I don't know. I said it at work one day. Them young kids looked at me like I was crazy. Do you know the saying, what's that got to do with the price of tea in China?
Yeah.
Man, they be looking at me like crazy when I said that. Only the old people, like even the people that was like 28 and 29 had never heard of that. And Lord willing and the creek don't rise.
I ain't never heard that one.
You've never heard that.
No.
That's crazy. Do you know what it means? Do you think you can figure out what it means?
Say it again.
Lord willing and the creek don't rise.
I don't know.
Take a stab.
I
Take
don't
a
have the.
stab.
I was like, the correlation is not. It's not there for me.
So I'll just say it in context. You can be like, well, I'll see y'all Monday morning. Lord willing and the creek don't rise.
Oh, okay. Like it ain't like if the Lord wake me up and don't know disaster happen.
There you go.
I get you.
Because I said that at work yesterday, and this 27-year-old girl, she was just talking and she goes, say it again? And I said, Lord willing, on the creek don't rise. And she goes, what kind of old country shit is that? What does that even mean? And I try to ask her, like, what do you think it means? She could not break it down, but this girl a little slow. I'm
I
telling
was like, what the creek war hasn't got to do with anything.
you know who used to say, Ricky used to say that in college all the time.
But,
when we was 21, he over here talking about Lord willing and the creek don't rise.
I'm weak. No, I've never heard that one. That's new. Where's
That is
Ricky
a
from?
Somerset, Kentucky. Somerset, Kentucky.
Yeah,
Somerset, boy.
that's new to me.
And what's random for me, I decided to get some cognac today.
Okay.
I I ain't had cognac in I don't know how. It's been a long time since I ain't bought cognac in a long time.
You seen that clip of Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco trying to say cognac? He kept pronouncing it cognac.
Lord
So
Jesus.
apparently he does not drink like at all. And
No, he doesn't, because he's always like said it since his playing days. He would talk about when he would go to the club, he would just get cranberry juice.
yeah, and apparently Shannon got a new cognac. So he's reading this shit and saying it. He just said it about 3 times so somebody finally corrected him. It wasn't Shannon though.
That nigga is an old country black man
First
for
of all, I don't
real.
know who the fuck he said. I was just gonna let you have it.
Do you be watching? You be watching his show?
I just be watching the clips and they a funny as duo. I can't even lie.
I
Like
know they are. They hilarious as hell.
they are, but he was very appalled at the way the cognac was spelled versus has pronounced. Like he
There's
couldn't
no way he
wrap
was
his
being
mind
for
around it.
real. There's no way
No,
he was being for
he
real.
was. He kept saying cognac. And he's like, why the G in there then? He just felt like the spelling of cognac and the pronunciation didn't go hand in hand.
You know, speaking of cognac,
Mhm.
um, I've been doing all this research for my trivia game and stuff, and I don't know if you saw the if you looked at the facts part where I have the thing about Hennessy in there. Did you read that part?
I don't remember what it said.
Niggas, boy, I tell you.
Because I don't remember what it said. Do you know how much reading that was that you sent me? History, in fact, I don't remember all of that.
But I've
Let's say.
learned but basically I learned like the correlation between black people and cognac and like why it's like such a thing, and even more specifically Hennessy, because after like during World War II, all the black soldiers that was in France, they would go to these bars and nightclubs and lounges and stuff, and all the and because it was in Paris, it was in France, they serve a lot of cognac over there. And so all the like celebrities that would be in there, all the artists singing, and they was all drinking that. And so all the soldiers were drinking cognac, specifically Hennessy and stuff. So then they came back, and that's what they will bring back, and that's what they continue to drink. And then specifically with Hennessy, Hennessy has long been like a supporter of like black rights, black entrepreneurship. They've always put money into the black community dating all the way back to the 20s, to the
Mhm.
1920s. So they've been investing in the in black businesses, black entrepreneurship, the black community, like black colleges as well. And they still do that to this day with that. And they also have a lot of partnerships with even like people like Nas. They have partnerships with to this
Mm.
day. So like now I have a different respect for it now. When I hear people like, "Oh, Hennessy, that nigga drink," I'm like, well, it's a reason
It kind of
why.
is.
No, I mean, but people, but you know, you have that group of black people. Though there's certain black people that whenever something is popular with black people, they want to act like they're too good for it.
I'm too good for Hennessy.
Anywho, like niggas love whenever a lot of black people would love Atlanta. As soon as you mention, I ain't gonna say her name, but I got a homegirl, love her to death. But I don't go to Atlanta. I'm too good for it. Atlanta's just this, just that. And I'm like, that's how I know you don't come to Atlanta, because you think she's one of those people that thinks all of Atlanta is the same type of like brunch restaurant. Is like
Yeah.
she thinks every single restaurant in Atlanta is filled with hookah and loose tables and shitty customer
What does
service.
loose tables mean?
They say that all the tables are wobbly.
I've never heard that.
You never heard that? Yeah.
I'm crying.
Yeah, because this one girl's, I ain't going to Atlanta and all them wobbly ass tables with people twerking next to your waffles. And I'm
Well,
like, what?
and that twerking, that's getting old. That came from remember that video of that guy yelling at all them girls in his restaurant because they was
Oh,
twerking?
In
And then
Houston.
and then people started making jokes like people probably tired of going down and getting twerking next to their eggs, and that's been a running joke for like
But I'll be
you know
like, don't go to that restaurant though. There's so many other restaurants you can
uh,
go to.
people see stuff on social media, so that means it applies. This is all the time everywhere if it's on
Yeah.
social
Because my homegirl lives in Cali and she be sending me stuff all the time. Like, we gotta go there when I come there. I'm like, look, I'm just letting you know right now. I'll go if you want, but it's gonna be a small, tiny ass restaurant. The music's gonna be loud where we can't hear each other. And the food's gonna be basic. You probably gonna have to pay to park. They're gonna give you a 2 hour time limit at your table.
Yeah, that's too much.
And yeah, I went, man. That's why I went to. Well, I almost went. I'm so glad my homegirl warned me. No, we went one time, but then they like kind of really switched it up. But $15 for parking, a 2 hour table limit. Bottomless mimosas is $40.
Which is insane.
Like $40, and you just giving us regular Andre champagne that's
Not fact.
$6.90. Like,
I told you
oh,
I was in Atlanta, bro. It was one time bottle of mimosas was like, I don't know, 45, 65. It was a crazy amount. It might have been more than 45, honestly. But I watched that man come in with brown paper bags and walk behind the counter and pull out Andre champagne and the little glass bottles of orange juice that you get from like gas stations or liquor stores. He pulled out like a bunch of them and like he just did a run to the store for
not
this
even
shit.
Simply Orange. Not even Simply.
No, the little glass bottles you get from like the liquor store and shit. Like he bought a bunch of them, bought a bunch of bottles, and I'm like, and y'all charging $60 for this? Y'all charging $50 for this? However much it was an insane amount.
And you don't even remember the place, do you?
No,
Damn.
I really don't.
Want to put them on blast.
I wish I could remember. I would tell you because that was ridiculous. Like watching that man come from behind, like just walk back there and just pull that shit. I said, damn, y'all ain't even like faking the pump, like y'all giving us some higher end something
Right.
like.
And I'm not pretending like I'm above drinking some Andre champagne or something, but
Yeah, but
don't
if
try
I'm
to
paying,
charge us some crazy
yeah,
amount.
like if I'm paying that amount of money, I need a better quality. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Andres is great. I buy Andres all the time. Don't get me wrong, but
Mm-hmm.
it ain't worth no motherfucking.
Hey, I'll tell you this though. I mean, the champagne from Aldi's is actually really good, and that should be $3. It's like
Bruh,
$3, and it's
bruh,
good though.
$20 most $20 bottomless is fine. You didn't
Yep.
pay for the bottle 3 times damn near. What do you
The most I'm paying for bottomless mimosas is $25. That's the
that's
most.
it. And I'm like, that's cool. Like I get it, you gotta get your profit, but like for a $7 bottle of champagne, $25 should be your max. You are getting a nice profit, okay?
And
Like
you're getting
your
the
bottle is getting
cheapest,
paid 4 times however much. Like
and you're
stop
getting the
playing.
cheapest orange juice.
Yeah, like that, you getting your profit. You getting I get it, inflation. Can't expect $10 bottomless mimosas like you used to
Correct.
be able to.
Bro.
But 40, 50, that's crazy.
Yeah,
No, bro.
it's speaking of brunch, I hope let me remember this timestamp right here for this because I gotta tell you about my experience at brunch last weekend. And it's a spot that I truly enjoy, but this would have been the spot where the people that judge Atlanta on a negative way, this would have just proved their bias going here. They would have been like, see, I told y'all this shit's trash as hell. Like, I don't even know if I want to say the name of the restaurant because it's normally one of my favorite brunch spots, and I've always had great service there. I've been going there for a little bit more than a year now, and I've always had great service. The people are cool, the music be good. Normally the music's not too loud. We don't have to yell over it, and it's normally people that like is our age. There's normally it's about like 27 and over. You ain't getting no 22-year-olds and 23-year-olds. Like it's cool. It's not overly priced. It's not just sections like every other fucking spot. They also have tables actually. So I'll figure out if I want to say the name of this place. So I went to brunch and my homeboy, he was in town and he's never been to like brunch in Atlanta. So I was like, cool, we can go to a place where you get a little bit of the music and a slight turn up, but the food's actually good. You'll enjoy it. Bottomless mimosas, all of that. He gets there before me and he got there like a good 12 minutes before I did. So I'm thinking I get in there, he's gonna be sitting down. I get there and he's standing up at the front still. And I was like, you still standing up? He said, yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's the restaurant's empty. It's probably like 8 people in there at all. And so she comes over, she's like, y'all can sit wherever y'all want. So we go sit down at the table. And so the bartender comes over to us and she said, has she come over to take your order yet? We was like, no, not yet. She said, well, I just want to let y'all know there's only one server here today. We're like, wait a minute, one server? So we're not tripping too much because it's not crowded. I'm like, well, all right, we'll be fine. Because also normally for the mimosas, they just go ahead and bring you an entire pitcher, so they don't have to keep coming back to
Yeah.
refill your drink and stuff. So, she goes and gets us a mimosa, brings it back, and then she's like, so we're sitting there drinking because we're waiting for the rest of our friends to get there, and we just drinking and stuff. And we told her, we was like, you can just keep refilling our mimosas if you want because we're not gonna order food yet. So then the rest of them get there, and somebody orders a steak, and then she's like, oh, we don't have any steak today. He was like, what? She said, yeah, we ran out of steak. We're like, wait a minute, you ran out of steak? Okay, that's fine. They ordered something else, and then someone's ordering like salmon croquettes and grits or something. And she goes,
Mhm.
and she says, and then she just goes, "Do we even have that?" And he says, "Well, it's on the menu." She goes, "Oh, okay, my bad. Let me write that down." So she wrote it
I'm crying.
down. So she didn't even know they had it, and she was like, and we said, "Well, what's happening if you only have one server?" Because the bartender, she had only been there for 2 weeks. She's a bartender, never serves food at all. So now she don't even know what's on the menu. And she's like, yeah, these past 2 weeks, like everybody's been quitting, and then everybody called in this morning. So even the bus boy was now the server today. So they got a
I'm
bus boy
dead.
and a bartender serving food. And then you got these young hoes walk in, these 21, 22-year olds and shit. I don't know how they done found out about the spot. So you see one of the little young chicks go over to the bartender and ask her. She asked her to turn the music up. They go over here. They was playing R&B the whole time. These little heifers come in. They turn into trap music, and it's the new trap music. I don't know that new shit. I don't know these new niggas. So they playing new young trap music, and it's loud as hell. It goes from us just talking to, "Hey, what are you getting?" And we yelling over the damn music. And I'm looking around at them. I'm like, y'all, it's not normally like this. I promise y'all, it's not normally like this. So then we asked, so it's dark in there, right? And I'm like, hey, these lights are. Can we turn the lights on? She said, oh, I guess we forgot. They forgot to turn on half the lights of the
I'm
restaurant.
dead.
So we finally turn the lights on. The lights come on, and then it's funny when the music got loud. You see all of us that's in our 30s look around like, God dang, this shit is loud as hell. So now and then, so we was like, hey, you keep coming back to refill our mimosas. Can we just get the picture? She said, oh yeah, I guess we can do that. So we're like, bruh. So she brings us a picture, and then I ask for another one after we finish that. And then I look over her, she looks at me from the bar, and she's like, we ran out of juice. These niggas ran out of juice.
Like no other juice.
They,
Like
bruh,
y'all
they
got
ran,
no apple juice, no grape juice, like just something.
bruh,
I just need a hint of it.
they ran out of cranberry juice, orange juice, pineapple juice, and mango.
Mm-mm.
They were so this heifer was just giving us 4 bottles of champagne. No more.
I wouldn't have been mad at that. I ain't
I
even gonna lie.
wanted a little juice. I wanted just a
I
drop of
would
juice.
after so many glasses of mimosas, I would literally like I could just drink the champagne by itself any damn ways once I'm
Bruh,
tipsy enough.
she just gave us bottles of champagne. It was just bottles of champagne. So the rest of the time was just
And
bottles
they
of
probably didn't
champagne.
want her to do that because you know it's more juice than champagne when they pulling them in them pictures.
Correct.
So did she probably they owner or somebody probably be like, bro, don't give them the whole damn bottle.
Well, wasn't nobody there. They was the only ones there, so it really didn't matter. So then she just bringing us champagne and stuff, and then my boy was like, "Oh, they got banana pudding. I'm gonna order some banana pudding." And he orders banana pudding. She said, "I don't know if that's on the menu." And he goes, "It's right here." She goes, "Oh, you know more about the menu than I do."
I'm dead.
So finally, she brings us our checks. I didn't even eat. I just had bottomless mimosas,
You
and
had
it's for
champagne.
and
You had bottomless
I
champagne.
had bottomless champagne and a little bit of juice early on. So it's $25. She comes over, my check says $51. I'm confused. I don't know what's happening. So I say, hey, why does it say $51? Like, what is on here? Because it had bottomless mimosas, $25. Then mimosa, $8. Mimosa, $8. I was like, what is this? I just had bottomless mimosas. She said, oh, when you first got here, y'all just ordered mimosas. You didn't say you wanted bottomless mimosas. I said, bitch,
Bro, just
what?
charge me for the bottomless. What difference does it make? If I even if I did come in and order two mimosas and then said I want bottomless, just ring it all up as bottomless. Because it would have been the same amount of mimosas regardless.
Bruh, I said, why would I have ordered two regular mimosas that's gonna cost $16
And then do
And then be like, oh, no, I want bottomless. Like, put that all together. She's like, oh, I can't ring it up like that. What?
Why can't you? You should have just never even rung me up for the just ring me up for the bottomless and that's it.
We were
Unless she
so
had already rung it
confused.
up like that and she wasn't able to take it out the system. And
She was
somebody
trying to
wanted to have
fix it on herself. She was trying to fix because she fucked up. But
it.
why would we want one individual mimosa, one more individual mimosa, and then be like, you know what? I'll go ahead and do bottomless.
Yeah. And that's when she should have been like, all right, let me just it should just been changed all to bottomless because what difference does it make?
I told her, I
Like, well, you
said,
didn't say bottomless at first.
I'm like, so I said, you know, you've been cool and all that. I get it. I said, but this is normally one of my regular spots for brunch. I said, but I'm gonna give y'all a chance to get y'all shit together. So I'll see y'all in about 3 or 4 months when y'all can hire a full staff and get back to being for real again. Cause I
Did you
said,
pay it? Did she take it off?
no, I kept trying to fight it. She didn't take. I said, fuck it, fine, fuck it, and I just paid it.
She
Cause these
couldn't get it.
motherfuckers didn't know
That's
what they
wild.
was doing.
Yeah, that's wild.
Bro, so I just said, so I was like, so I just paid $50 for bottomless mimosas. Like, there's some silly shit. I'm like, bro, it's gonna be a while before I ever come back here again. I
Yeah.
was, because like I was really annoyed, and it's crazy because that's one of my favorite spots.
I'm
So,
sorry to hear that.
so yeah, that was my random brunch experience. That if anyone's like, "See, told you," that's how brunch in Atlanta is. That's what they would have said. Um, oh yeah, all right. We're back for another hour of the chicken and liquor hour. Forgot to introduce. We got the homie in here, Patty B. What's the B stand for?
Boy, I was like, what the fuck? That's not my last name.
She said, "What's the B stand for?"
I was so confused.
Patty B in the
I ain't mad
house.
at it.
Patty B.
I'll take it.
Sounds like it could be like a soul food spot too. Patty B's. Patty B's. What would be the patty special then?
At a soul food spot?
Yeah, like if you was making the patty special, or maybe be like your favorite meal or something, but what would be the patty special?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Well, thanks. I feel like it would be like a soul food Mexican dish.
I was gonna say because I don't even be. It wouldn't be a soul food Mexican dish first of all.
That would be dope. Some kind of soul food Mexican
You
dish.
know, like this is because I don't even be eating in soul food spots for real no more. Ever since I like don't be eating like red meat and pork and chicken and so I don't even be. It's like what is left is there? It has to be a side dish.
What if? Okay, fine. Put it like this: if you was making a whole meal of just side dishes, what
Oh,
did
it be some type of fish because I do eat fish. It be some catfish. Something. I don't know. You can't make that a special, can
Yeah.
you?
Especially you could make that actually be fine, special just side dishes because like even at Thanksgiving, I'm only there for the side dishes. I don't care about turkey
No,
and main.
yeah, it's for the niggas who only like the sides.
Yep, there it goes.
Oh,
That's the petty special, and that's what it's gonna
like
say
macaroni,
on, on the menu. But look, the menu it says side. It says the patty special.
cornbread.
It says the patty special for the niggas that only like side dishes. That's what it's gonna
You
say.
can have all the Thanksgiving sides on one plate.
What kind? Wait a minute. What kind of cornbread though?
It ain't gonna be. It's jiffy.
It's like, do you like it sweet
Oh
or
yeah, I thought I was
okay?
gonna say it's gonna be hot water cornbread.
You know, I don't understand why do people like I'll eat it, but I don't understand why people like they're like, I love hot water cornbread.
It needs to. It's not sweet. Like my cornbread needs to be sweet.
Correct. I need it sweet.
You got hot water cornbread. Just pass me that roll. I'm not eating that.
Man, pass me the Hawaiian roll.
Yeah, take the roll. Exactly, the Hawaiian roll that I know is gonna be sweet.
And the main dish of my side dish entree, if that makes sense, the main dish of my side dish entree will
Mac
probably
and
be
cheese.
macaroni. Yeah, there you
Yeah,
go.
you have a big thing of mac and cheese, and then you have your greens and your all of that.
Deviled eggs or nah?
Of course.
Deviled eggs, with a lot of paprika on top. It's gonna be with a lot of paprika. Greens or green beans though.
I feel like normally I would say greens, but for whatever reason, I saw somebody making some green beans on TikTok today, and I was like, damn, I want some green beans. Like them shits look good. And I feel like the only reason I'm finna say green beans is because I seen them green beans on TikTok earlier. They look fire, and I wanted to go to the store and make some. but I didn't make it to the store today. But I feel like typically I would say greens.
Normally it'd be greens. You said cornbread. What about baked beans? Is that on there?
Yes.
I love some meat. And sweet potatoes.
Yes.
We just going through all the side
Yes.
dishes.
100% yes. I
What
make
what,
sweet
ab-
potatoes now.
what about potato wedges?
No. What the fuck? You can do some
I
mashed
love
potatoes.
I love I don't really care for mashed potatoes that much.
Mm.
I love
Also, sweet potatoes and mashed potatoes on the same
damn,
plate.
that's crazy. That well shit, no. Sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese in one, that's a lot of starch, bro. God dang.
That's how it be when you just get whole bunch of sides. And you just pile your plate up with sides.
Bro, would you have any rice in there too?
Oh, the fuck you.
I love some rice. Oh shit, my laptop about to die. I better charge that shit, cuz. I love some but you know I eat brown rice. Uh I eat brown rice about 4 or 5 days a week.
Mm-mm. I'm not a big rice eater. It got to be like some
Some
Mexican style rice or some, if it
that's
ain't hibachi or if it ain't mixed in my Qdoba, I don't want it.
that's how I eat my cook my brown rice like Mexican rice style. That's what I learned in
Even then, I have to mix it. Like I can't just eat the rice by itself. I have to
oh,
like
I
mix
can do that, but normally when I do it, I'll chop up some like peppers and onions and black beans and have it in my rice though.
it. Yeah,
But yeah, sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese. God, I throw some fried green tomatoes in there too because I love that.
I ain't never had it.
You've never had fried green tomatoes. Damn, you went this long. What about fried apples or baked apples?
I had fried apples.
I love some fried apples.
Yeah, definitely had fried apples.
Shout out to the Patty
If you take a
B's.
do rag off and put it on one more time and take it off again, you just took this. You over here doing the Ray J hat challenge at this point because every time you look up,
The Ray J hat challenge is funny as hell.
this is the damn do rag.
I might do it one more time too.
I feel like you will.
I might do it one more time. All right, I got a segment called "The Older I Get,"
Oh Lord.
and you got to tell me if I'm Your answer is am I what? So basically, am I wilding or nah? The older I get, am I wilding or nah for believing in this?
Okay.
All right, the first one. The older I get, the more I hate just people talking about celebrities and celebrity, especially the celebrity obsession.
Oh, the celebrity obsession, 100%.
And do
Oh,
you feel like it has gotten worse today than it used to be from when we was in college? We'll go with that.
yeah, but
You
that's
think?
that's social media. Like we know more about celebrities than we ever did. Like we thought we knew about IDN, but we ain't know as much as we know now. Like
But
we
I
know
don't feel like
much
we
about these
was
celebrities.
as obsessed.
We ain't had the
As,
information just shoved down our throat.
but it's
I could literally not care about a celebrity, don't want to know nothing about it, and know everything about them because it's
yeah,
all over my social media.
that is
I'm not
very
looking for the information. I'm not researching it. I'm not inquiring.
that
But
is
I
so
know a lot.
true because with this fucking Nicki Minaj and fucking
Meg Thee
Meg
Stallion.
Thee Stallion, I'm like, I don't give a shit whatsoever. But for days now, it's all over the place. And they even posted that people were showing up at Meg Thee Stallion's mother's gravesite.
I read that
I hope it's not
I
true. I
read that
hope.
the grave site up their security because the address of it
Okay,
got leaked.
that's what it is then.
Not that
Okay.
somebody actually showed up, but just to take precaution because the address got leaked. They, as a
And then,
precaution.
and one of my coworkers, she's Gen Z. She said, "Will, are you a barb?" I said, "I'm a 35-year-old grown ass man. What the fuck? Like, am I a
I will say
barb?"
this: I enjoy a good rap beef. Okay, so
That was going to be
I
another
did
question I
go to
had.
listen to
Hold
both
on,
the
no,
songs.
hold that thought, because that's a question I have for later on. So just hold that
Okay,
thought, then hold that thought. But like I'm seeing people are. I don't understand like stands, like people that are stands of people. I'm the biggest Jay-Z fan. I'm not gonna be a stan. Like stands are people that no matter what kind of music that your favorite artist drops, they're gonna think it's dope no matter what. I can say if there's a Jay-Z song that is whack.
you're
I
right.
can say if J Cole drops a song that's whack, I can be like, I'm not really feeling that.
Mhm.
But they're immune to saying, man, Nicki dropped a whack song, or Meg or Beyonce or Rihanna or like these people are. It's getting scary out there.
It might be easy for you to say that though, because you ain't because Jay-Z and Cole ain't never dropped a whack song. Mediocre? Yeah. Whack? I don't know if any of them got a whack in the catalog at all.
I don't think they have. Well,
Whereas
man,
they faves really do be dropping some whack shit and like they don't it's too many songs to admit and shit be whack.
but I'm still like, I'm a Drake fan still, but I can totally recognize. I don't think he's dropped a dope album since. I think the last dope album of Drake's for me was More Life back in like 2017. And I'm a big Drake fan, but I recognize this nigga's going a different lane that he's dropped some songs over the last couple years that I like, but not no albums and shit. Like I was the biggest Kanye fan, a huge Kanye fan, you know that. And
Yeah.
to me, he ain't dropped nothing real. I like the one that he like did out in Montana. I think it's called Yay. It's like I call that the mental health album. It's like a therapy album in my opinion.
Mhm.
I enjoyed that one. And then before that, probably Life of Pablo. And Life of Pablo was just cool because I don't have to go back and listen to that often. I ain't went back and listened to that in probably a good year or two.
Is Jay the album that had like 6 songs on it?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yep.
like that album too, and I remember a lot of people did not like it. And I was like, I mean, I know it's a disappointment because it's only like 6 songs, but I personally like those 6 songs. Or fun
Yeah.
songs. How many songs was on there? I don't even remember how many. But I
Nah,
remember like
it was only
it had
like
a lot of
six
replay
songs.
value for me back then.
Me too. I still go back and listen to it every so often.
Hmm.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure it was only like 6 songs. Yep. It was seven. Oh, seven. It was
Oh,
seven.
okay.
But yeah, I don't have it in me to be obsessed with any artist and people. This is how you know it's crazy that Taylor Swift fans are so obsessed with her that they will watch football just because she's at the game.
Yeah.
Like I'm not just because Jay-Z's at a golf match, I ain't gonna watch that shit. I'm like just and matter of fact, even now, just because Jay Z or J. Cole or Anderson .Paak are at the Grammys, not saying performing, but just because they're at the Grammys don't mean I'm gonna watch the Grammys.
Yeah.
So fuck that. And that leads me to the next one. The older I get, the more that I do not watch award shows. Cause I used to run to watch these award shows back in the day. I can't sit and watch that shit now.
I can't because I don't it's because I don't know majority of the artists. And social media has put me in a place where I don't watch a lot of things through, from beginning to ending no more. I rather just watch the clips.
That
Like
like
I'm
you
gonna
said
watch the
about the
interesting performances that I know and keep pushing.
yeah, that like you said about watching the clips of the Shannon Sharp's show. I don't watch his show. I only watch the clips. I watch the little 7 minute clip here, 10 minute clip here, 4 minute clip there. Like, yeah, I really do just watch clips. Like with award shows, I just want to see the performances, and I don't give a shit about who wins awards. Like if Jay-Z drops an album and he's up for album of the year at the Grammys and doesn't win it, I don't give a shit that he
Plus,
lost
plus, if I really want to know, I'm just wait for it to hit Twitter.
because it's gonna be on there and people gonna be obsessed about
I'm
it. Because
gonna know.
like
I
you
don't need to see them announcing. I'm like, oh, okay, it's dope. He won a Grammy. Like, if Cole's up for a Grammy, I want my man to win a Grammy. Am I
right.
gonna sit and watch the whole award show to see if he won that Grammy? No. I'm gonna go on the trending page.
Oh,
And
J. Cole won. Shout out.
no facts. He deserved it. I've been waiting.
Yeah.
And
I it's
I
that
was
it's
like, damn, my boy lost again.
right. I be feeling like I feel like I got enough in my head that drains me than to be that concerned about that because that shit looks like it really be affecting these people's lives.
No, it really does. It
And
really
like you
does.
said, you don't have to care about any of these people, but you're gonna know so much about their lives because of how much everyone's tweeting about it. Cause like I went to the barbershop and dude was in there, bro, man, you see this shit they talking about Chrisane and or however you pronounce her name, Christian or Chrisane and
You was
Blueface.
not gonna sit here and act like Krishan is a hard name to pronounce.
I've never heard
Name is
anyone but I've
crazy.
never heard anyone say it out loud though. I thought it was wait a minute, it's
It literally is
Krishan?
spelled how it looks. It
I've
looks
never
like
actually. I don't think I
Krishan.
paid it. I don't think I paid attention to how it's spelled. I just see the letters and I know who they talking about and scroll past it.
That's wild. Okay.
Cause like I don't even click on like the videos that people will post of them. I just see it and keep it moving. I don't even click on the videos. And yet I know that some woman got his face or name tattooed on her ass or something recently. I know old girl just had a baby and all these people are clowning the baby, which I feel sorry for that
Now
damn baby.
that stuff is a little annoying. Like I was off social media the whole month of January with my because of my fast, and then I get back on and I said, y'all doing the same shit. Y'all just kind of move subject to look. Y'all doing the same shit. Before I got off social media, they putting that girl's baby up and diagnosing it. They diagnosed us cried and gave us some diagnosis I never heard of. They died, then they bunked that, and then they said something else was wrong with it because of this. And then I've been on social media, but come back, and then they say the baby got fetal alcohol syndrome. And the first thing I see is a picture of the baby and then a diaphragm pointing to all the features on like this little
Oh
drawing,
shit, I ain't even
how you
seen
could
that
tell
one.
how something has fetal. I said they're doing this. I was gone for a month and came back. Y'all doing the same shit. Y'all, like y'all done diagnosed this baby 3 times. The baby ain't had nothing that y'all said that the baby got. And y'all just look it just like give it. It's like I done went away and came back, and y'all still trying to find something wrong with this baby.
Same
It's
shit, different
weird.
toilet.
It's weird. I'm like, that's the weirdest shit.
It's the same shit,
Like a
different
celebrity
toilet.
said, I seen a clip because I always see a clip. I saw a clip on one of them podcasts, and one of them was like, I can't parent my child on social media because I'm not strong enough to deal with the shit that y'all be saying about these people's kids. And I was like, no,
Hell
that's
no.
a fact. My child wouldn't see that. If I was a celebrity, my child wouldn't know what a camera is because they would never be in the face of a camera because that's just wow. Like, I'm like, this is literally like the third diagnosis they've tried to give this baby. And like, y'all are not doctors. Like, who are you?
Bruh, I forgot. This is how good that Jay-Z and Beyonce are.
You forget how
That
many kids they got.
I thought it was just Blue until a couple weeks ago. I totally forgot that they had those other two kids.
Mm-hmm.
I said
Mm-hmm.
because Jay-Z and Beyonce, they operate like celebrities from back in the day when we was growing up, when we didn't know too much about them. We just knew
Mm-hmm.
some, but not a whole lot.
You knew the music, that
Like,
was it.
but that's also what happens when they actually want privacy. So,
No, that's a fact.
and you also have enough money to do it. Because I remember when Beyonce was having those babies, they blocked off an entire hospital floor. They paid for an entire floor that no one can even get into. So
They did
think
the
about
same thing when Wayne had his baby, one of his babies in Ohio.
actually even think about it with Lil Wayne. We only know really so much about his personal life too. Like we don't know a crazy amount. Like even think, do you even know what J. Cole's wife looks like?
Yes, there is one picture out there of her,
One
literally one.
picture.
And I actually have seen the picture before, but it was a long time before that picture, like a picture popped up for sure. And you definitely don't know what his kids look like. But
Hell
that would be
no.
me because I'm just like, there's no way I can get online in 1 month. Y'all talking about? I'd have been first of all after so long that shit. People start believing that shit. Them doctors, I probably done ran up in them doctors so many times. They'd be like, "Where are you hearing this stuff from?"
Right.
This is wrong with your child. They'd be like, "Stop reading the internet because you keep on coming here with all these random ass diagnoses." Because my ass would probably that shit probably would have started getting to my head after a while. I cannot.
Bruh.
But that shit with like kids and that type of shit is like that shit is just weird to me. Like it's one thing to go after a celebrity because you don't like the celebrity. That's another grown ass adult. I mean, nobody should do it. Nobody should be talking about nobody. Like us regular folks, thousands, 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 thousands of people shouldn't be going off one person just because you feel like they can take it as a celebrity.
Right.
But an adult chooses to take that risk of throwing themselves in the limelight and getting it. These kids that y'all be talking about and picking
Bruh.
on, and they ain't asked for none of this shit. Like leave them babies alone.
Nope. And
Like y'all starting the fuck out of them already.
but you see with like Krishan, right? That's what you said.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you see with someone like her who, in this day and age, like you don't have to have a talent to be like famous anymore. And when we was growing up, the celebrities they were celebrities because they had a talent. That's how they got there. So with someone like Krishan, it's like and Blueface and all these other people, they don't have a talent to rely on. So in order for them to stay in the on the scene, to stay in the culture, they got to keep doing crazy shit to get
Oh,
people to
that's
talk.
a fact because all you gotta do is be on a reality show, which is how she blew up was being on a reality show. But the crazy thing is the girl is talented as far as like I ain't talking about that music shit. She's an athlete, and when she
Oh,
was when
Oh,
she,
okay. I remember someone. I saw a picture from when she was in college or something, and she played whatever sport.
yeah, like when she was, it's actually a lot of like, it's like a little ultimate tag show that she was on. She won. It's shit that she's done online and on TV as far as
Oh,
her athlete, her being an athlete, her
I ain't
being
know
whatever.
nothing about
That
that.
shit got no traction. As soon as her ass got on that social, on that damn ratchet ass reality show and was fighting, the girl blew up. And so it's like people don't be wanting that type of shit. Like they really don't. Like
I see. So, because when you talk about the fighting part, I don't like you said once again. I don't be looking for this. I don't even want to know anything about it. But yet we be knowing about this shit because of Twitter and all that. So whatever reality shows like baddies of whatever the baddies or baddies of the
mhm.
East or whatever it is, I'm seeing like when they just always posting videos of these chicks fighting. And first of all, I know I'm out of the loop because they'll say names like Shay was fighting
That's not
Hollywood. I'm like,
funny.
who the fuck are these people? And but it's like I be trying to figure out what are these heifers fighting over constantly. But now you see, I think we're seeing the effects from those reality shows from when we was in college, how they was fighting on those shows from Bad Girls Club and Flavor of Love and I Love New York and all that shit.
And the
We're
most popular ones on them shows was always the one that was in the most drama. That was
yep.
always
So
fan favorite and shit.
now we're seeing these people in their early 20s that grew up in their teens and when they was 7 and 8 years old watching those shows and the I Love Hip Hops, they saw showing my ass, fighting and wilding out. That's how they got famous. So now that's what I'm gonna do. So now we're seeing a whole generation of young men and young women that's what they think they got to do to be famous, and they're doing it. And yet, it's history repeating itself with wash, dry, and rinse, dry, and repeat. Where I think I said it right. Rinse, dry, and repeat. Yeah. We're seeing a whole group of people that, once again, they're fighting and doing all this silly shit. And all these young people on Twitter are tweeting about it, retweeting it. And I didn't even know what Zeus was until about 2 months ago. And apparently it's a network with all these ratchet ass shows.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't even know about that. But now we're seeing a whole era of people that grew up watching, that was 7 years old watching I Love Hip Hop and Housewives of or whatever, NBA wives and
Oh
all
yeah.
that shit. Cause I just learned because what's the Drea chick? I didn't know what she was famous from, and apparently at the barbershop he was saying, yeah, she was on NBA Wives or whatever it was
He was
called
on
back
Love
in the
and Hip
day.
Hop.
But I looked her up and she was first famous from being on NBA Wives.
Oh no, my bad. She was on Basketball Wives.
Basketball, I keep saying NBA
You're
Wives,
right. Yeah.
basketball
No,
wives.
you're right. She was on Basketball Wives. She was.
Yeah, she was on basketball, and then it said on her Wikipedia, she's known for dating NBA players. I said, wow, if that's what you're known for, that is.
But that's like, but the crazy thing is that girl been trying to debunk that forever. That's not her fault. That's what they put on the internet.
But she continues to just date basketball players too, though.
Well, well, she was married. She was with one basketball player for like a whole lot of years. She got a
I
kid
looked
by
at
him.
it. It
They've been
was
engaged.
Gilbert Arenas, which Gilbert Arenas, that's a whole
No, it was
toxic ass
Orlando.
relationship.
It was Orlando
Scandrick?
Scandricks.
Oh, he's a football player.
Oh, my bad. She was with a football. My sorry. She was with a football player for a long time, like a lot of years. Had a kid by him, was engaged,
Yeah,
like a
but
lot of years.
when you're
So she did.
constantly
But also, how y'all gonna be mad at me because I'm gonna say this. She can date whoever the fuck she wants to date. Like, I'm not
correct.
about to stop. If I'm attracted to a basketball player, I'm not gonna not date this basketball player because I'm known for dating basketball players and it's looked at
But
negatively.
hold on. But do you actually think someone like her, oh, I'm just happen to be attracted to these people? No, you're dating them for a reason. You're trying to be famous. You're trying to be on the scene. It's not that you just happen to find all these athletes attractive. Like, you're not over here that you only find people that work for phone companies attractive, or you only find rappers attractive, or you only find men
But
that work for liquor
we don't
companies.
first of all, we don't know if she's dated people. We don't know who else she's dated. There's That's probably quite a few people in the middle of these ball players that she's dated, but nobody's gonna talk about that.
Well,
because to
that's
talk about
even
is
scarier if you got
the
time to put people in between these other, because you dated, she's been
I'm
dating a
not.
lot of
I'm
these
not
other
judging
dudes.
how many people no woman has dated because I got a fair share of a whole lot of them under my belt. So I'm not. I done had quite a few boyfriends and several
That's just different.
several
You can,
situationships.
but that's
So how
different.
many
These
people
people,
that woman have dated ain't none of my business.
that's different though. These people are putting themselves in these places. They're doing it to be famous. They're not doing it because these men, and I'm not talking about just women. These men and women, they're all doing it. They're doing it to be on the scene. They're doing it to be famous. They're doing it to stay relevant on social media. They're all doing that shit. Like they're
Like if that's the case, she would have dated somebody. She wouldn't have spent all them years with Orlando. She would have like moved on to somebody super way more popular that she would have got way more blog time with and way more people to talk to.
but that made both of
She
them even
was,
more popular because that's how
yeah,
you
because I
know
couldn't even
it,
his name.
but yeah, but he was not even like an all-star player. And so that can even go back to all the way back when Kim Kardashian was dating what's that basketball player? He played for the Nets to Chris Humphries. He was a regular, she was way more famous than him. He's a regular old player. And then it comes to find out that it was a fake relationship that they put together or whatnot to make them both more famous. And they had plans that they was going to do the TV show together. They was going to broadcast the wedding. It's, to me, I feel like this whole Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift shit is that it seems like it's something made up. It doesn't seem organic. And once again, I don't know. But it's so force fed into our face. It doesn't seem organic at all. None of this seems organic. This seems like a fucking Hollywood script. The way they're doing this, the way all of a sudden it just pops up with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, it just seems too perfect to be true. And so I don't know, maybe I'm kind of all over the place right now, but it just all of it just seems so fake and not organic. That's what I'm saying. It just and I
We know that the industry relationships are a thing. I definitely think some of them are. I don't. I definitely think some of them are genuine,
yeah.
but I do feel like celebrities get judged a whole lot when it comes to like their dating lives.
Oh,
And
of
it'd be
course. Because
like
people
not
be
only
so
do they
interested for some
consider
reason.
celebrities, like you could know a celebrity, a woman could have dated four other celebrities that you know of. Oh my God, she was dating everybody. She didn't chill. I'm just like, how many men have you dated in your lifetime?
I hate that type of shit when people do that. They do that with female celebrities all the time. White, black, Hispanic, all of them. They do that. They did that with Taylor Swift because celebrities, their relationships are going to be more high profile. If you're dating another celebrity, it's always going to be more high profile because it's two celebrities, two famous people, whatever. And they did it with Taylor Swift. Like, she's just getting passed around. I'm like, bro, let's say she's been famous probably what, 16 years, 16, 17 years, something like that. You know of five of her boyfriends. Y'all, regular people, then dated a whole lot more than she probably has. And you over here talking about and then you don't know if they having sex with each other. Y'all act like y'all truly don't know. It's the same thing they've done with, I see that they're doing with like Meg the Stallion or whatnot. She just getting passed around. She dating all these men. I'm like, you don't know what they're really doing. They may actually just be fronting for the camera and not even really dating. And they really could be doing this just to get more fame because y'all stupid and y'all are interested in these celebrities' relationships for whatever reason. And
Yeah, they do the
so,
same thing
and
with Sierra.
yeah, they do. Like, y'all know of what, Future,
I
Bow
remember somebody
Wow, and
doing a
Russell
picture
Wilson.
and it had like four people and it's Sierra in the middle, and it was like, this is what y'all like. She something about her being passed around and all of this. I'm like, there's four people in
She's
this.
30, she's 35.
And I'm
Like,
like, this woman been famous since she was a teenager.
bro, like so hold on. It's like, bro, she's like 35, 36 years old, bro. So she couldn't, four men over a 20-year span is crazy. Like, what are y'all
Only
even
it's only
talking
because they
about?
know them. It's only because it's well, people think that they know them. That's the only reason why. Like it's the same thing. Like if it was a girl in the hood, say a girl in the hood had sex with three men and you knew all three men.
Bro, she's a
Most men,
hoe,
a
dog.
lot exactly, but you only feel that way because you can cite those three men. You can pinpoint those three men. But if it wasn't like if she fucked little Joe up the street and she fucked about if it wasn't like three people, if it wasn't for the fact that you know all three of those people, you can point all three of those people out. You wouldn't think nothing about it, like at all. If she just came to you and was like, "I fucked three men," you wouldn't think nothing about it. But soon you know all three of them, it's like, oh man, everybody be fucking her, and it's like, no, that's
To
not
be
a
honest, Because to be honest, all these motherfucking people, these people fucking horny and have no shame anymore, and all these regular ass people just fucking and
Also,
fucking.
y'all do the same thing at y'all factory jobs. Y'all all be fucking each other.
That man,
So
man.
why are you surprised that everybody in the music industry be fucking each other?
Like if y'all,
Y'all
but
do the
I'm
same thing
hey,
over at Ford and GE.
hey, at my previous institution, when I got there and I was the first straight black man that been there in a long time, I was having a good time with a lot of them nice young ladies. I was
They
having a
do the
good time.
same thing in the military.
You mess around with the people you're around. That's just what happens.
So it's like, what are you surprised about? Like y'all do the
Cause like
same shit.
even working in higher ed, I see all these people that end up dating and getting married that all work in higher ed together because
Mhm.
that's who you're around. You go to conferences with these people, you travel with these people, you work with these people. Like that's what happens. So why are you shocked that people that are all in the entertainment industry, that's who they're around, that's who they're gonna date, that's who they mess around with? Like you're fucking you work at fucking Kroger. You had you had sex with so and so from the meat department, with so and so, the one that works the cash register on the
And there's
weekends,
way less people with that Kroger than it is.
and somehow you done fuck 7 people in Kroger, and it ain't that many people there. You mad that Sierra done dated 4 men in 20 years? Like, what do y'all? And then it's even weirder that you're getting mad at these celebrities that you don't know them and they don't even know you exist, and you're
No,
getting
that's
mad
a
at
fact.
them. That's the scarier part.
No, that's a fact.
That is weird as shit. Like people are not all right anymore.
No,
People are not okay.
it's too
People are
much.
not
It's just like,
okay.
bro, like, why do y'all care so bad? Like, it's just never that deep. I could care less. Like, I could care less. I really could care less. Like, you know what I said one day when the whole Megan Stallion shit was first popping off, and everybody was talking about how she lied about fucking all of these people. I said, if I was a celebrity, I would lie about who I'm fucking too. I said, it's a lot of things you should not lie about, but one thing that I feel, unpopular opinion. One thing, and don't get me wrong, I've never lied about who I had sex with. Also, I've never been like, you're not finna question me who I have sex with either.
Right.
I've never been like in a situation where I felt like I needed to lie. But for women or men or whoever the fuck finds themselves in a situation where they don't want to divulge who they had sex to, they are allowed to not do that because it's their personal business. Like, I don't have to tell you who I had sex with. And if I don't want people to know who I had sex with, yes, you are more welcome to be like, no, I did not have sex with them. The only thing you shouldn't do is lie about having sex with somebody that you didn't have sex with. That's a little
Yeah,
weird.
that's what I was about
But
to say. That's the
that's
only
my
thing.
personal fucking business. I don't have
Correct.
to tell you that I had sex with somebody if I don't want to. So I was like, when that shit popped up, I said unpopular opinion. I felt like if she don't want people to know who she had sex with, then fuck it, I didn't have sex with them because that's nobody's business. That's really fucking personal. Like that's as
Yeah.
bad as personal as it can get. You talking about my vagina. I won't discuss my vagina.
I said there's three things I feel like it's okay for you to lie about that it ain't nobody else's business. Like you said about having sex with someone someone that you did have sex with, but you don't want people to know that you had sex with them. That makes sense. You can lie about sending naked pictures to somebody. You don't need to know who I'm sending naked pictures to. And then the whole part, especially if I'm a celebrity, it's not any of y'all's business to know if I have a kid or not.
Right.
Like like with it was been several people. Like I remember they still every once in a while I'll see someone bring up Drake was hiding a kid from the world. Hell yeah, I'm hiding a kid from y'all. Look what y'all doing to Krishan's kid right
Y'all done
now.
gave this boy, y'all done called this boy crack baby, fetal alcohol syndrome. Y'all done,
Y'all went from making fun of her to making fun of the kid.
y'all done
Yeah,
diagnosed him 16 times.
bruh. Like if I'm Drake
WebMD, I'm a baby.
and as famous as Drake is, I'm definitely you ain't never gonna see my son. And then, but he ended up having to with Pusha T been
And
an
then that
asshole,
kid, when he dropped that video of his kid do the promo for his video, clunk that
right?
boy.
But yeah,
Clunk that
like,
little boy.
and then I see with what's the little twin girls' names, Chloe and
Oh yeah, that
Haley.
did her dirty.
Like, of course she's not gonna. She don't need. She does not have to tell y'all that she's
That she's
pregnant.
pregnant.
Like, even think about in regular life, as someone you work with, you can't just walk up to a woman, you pregnant? Like,
You
imagine, like,
tell us,
I,
just tell us. Like why you won't just HR?
as I was about to say, I'd be sending HR quick as hell. Like, there, matter of fact, what's funny is today at work, this one chick that I haven't seen her maybe in like 3 weeks or so. But she came in and she's got like her stomach is big and pregnant. And I was like, we all said, when did she even get pregnant? We just saw her. Like, it's like she just randomly started showing. And one of the girls, she was joking, but she was like, let's just go ask her. She said, Will, go ask her if she's pregnant. I said, you want to send me over there? So I go to HR. She said, well, yeah, I don't. She said, I don't want to go to HR. I want to put that on you. I don't need to be in HR. So imagine in the real life, you need to tell us if you're pregnant or not. Quit trying to hide your baby. You need to tell us, quit hiding. So why do y'all think just because she's famous and she sings in front of y'all and all that, that she has to tell? I even go back to when, what's one of the Kardashians, whatever names that dates or married to Travis Scott? One of them.
Oh, Kylie.
So, one of the Jenners or whatever. But I remember they was mad at her because she disappeared from social media for like several months. And they're like, she needs to be out there, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, first of all, why do you care? Like, that tells me you don't have enough going on in your life the way you're obsessed with,
No, not
and then you're obsessed with this woman who she's just famous for being famous. It's not even like she has a talent that she's giving you like some music or like movies. Like, it's not even like you're like, oh, I'm missing the music she drops. No,
yeah.
she don't even do music. Like, why do you like what is wrong with y'all? What
I
really?
seen a video. This is when everybody was going crazy trying to make Hallie say that she was pregnant, and it was like this video. This shit was the weirdest shit ever. Like, I'm scrolling my TikTok and I see like this dude or this guy. He does like this. She's sitting in the pool, like the dude, her boyfriend or whatever. He's sitting on the edge of the pool. She's in the pool, and he has glasses on, and he's
Yeah.
recording himself, but she's in front of him. But he's recording himself like this. Somebody paused the video and zoomed in on his sunglasses because they could see her reflection,
What?
and they could see the baby bump in her reflection. I said, this is insane. Like, y'all are like over fucking obsessed.
People
Because
are
first
out
of
of
all,
control.
they showed the video the first time, you didn't even see it. I'm like, how did you even see that? How did you see that to even know to like stop and zoom in like that? Because when I watched the video, because they showed the video and then they showed it again, but he slowed it down and he zoomed in. I'm like, how the fuck did you catch that? Like, how did you even know she was there? Because he
I
wasn't
don't,
even
I don't,
camera her. I was
I
like, that
don't.
is like that's mental illness. It gotta be, because how?
People are out of control. Like, bro, I'm at a loss of words, dog. Like,
That
this
shit blew
is
me. I said, people are weird.
dog. Like, what are you lacking in life that is so important for you? Like, what is happening to you? Like,
She just needs to say it. She just need. And then you see people. I see comments. People be like, "We're not mad. We just tired of her playing her face. Like, if it's obvious, like, why keep denying it? She ain't said nothing. She ain't confirmed nor denied. Y'all talking. That girl ain't said nothing. And then
she
plus
ain't
a lot
said nothing.
people don't realize that a lot of women had their pregnancy. Like, a lot of times women have their pregnancy because if they have issues like a miscarriage or something like that,
Correct.
they don't
Yeah.
want to have to like go and tell everybody. I don't want to tell everybody I'm pregnant. I gotta go tell everybody I'm not pregnant. That's why a lot of women wait till they get through the first trimester and all that stuff. And
Yep.
I feel like even as a celebrity, like anything can happen. You can end up having a stillbirth, like any of that shit.
That happened with
Everybody
Jay
knows you
Z. And
pregnant.
it happened with Jay Z and Beyonce. It came out. They dropped. I remember I was still at WKU. I was in grad school still, and it was after they announced that she was pregnant with what's their Blue Ivy, and they dropped the song and they talked about how she had been pregnant and lost the baby, and people were like, I never knew. Why didn't they say nothing? What you mean? Why didn't they say? Why would they tell you?
Yes, and imagine already going through the grief of losing a baby, and then you got to tell everybody that you lost the
Bruh.
baby,
And you
the
got to
whole
keep
world.
telling people. You got to keep telling people. And
So
you know, in
yes, it
every in
makes
every
sense.
interview, they do. So Beyonce, Jay Z, tell us about the baby that you lost. Like, imagine asking a regular person that type of shit. Like that's what, but for some reason people believe that if you're famous, it just doesn't count. They make a lot of money. What? They're humans. What? That's really frightening, yo. That people need some hobbies. And
No facts.
the fact that somebody like me even knows all this stuff and I don't even like be paying attention to it. And I know this. So imagine the stuff that people know that really be paying attention and concerned about it. That's I don't like I went out on a date with one girl and she gonna
Oh,
say to me, she said, So what you think about Gunna? You think he snitched for real? Bitch, you're 33. And you're 33 and you work for Spotify.
I'm cool.
What are you concerned about? And that's street. What do you care
Maybe
about
that's
street
why,
life?
because she works for Spotify, so she know a lot about these. You know.
No, I just no, she doesn't work for Spotify. I was just naming the company.
Oh,
No,
oh, I
because
was
so
like,
I went on another. So I have went on another date with a girl that actually works for Spotify, which she was one of the women that puts together the playlist for Spotify. So I thought
that's
that was
dope.
dope. But no,
That
this
is dope.
girl, she works in the corporate world somewhere, but not for Spotify or something. But I just think stuff like that's strange. I don't. My homeboy says he said I get it. He said, but I'm not gonna lie. I am intrigued by the Young Thug case because it is kind of entertaining for some reason. But I don't care about any of that shit. I feel like when I get home when I'm at work all day, I'm already not on social media all day when I'm at work. Like the
Mhm.
entire time I'm at so let's say from 7 a.m. anyway, from when I wake up in the morning until I get home from work, let's say at 4 o'clock, I haven't checked social media at one point at that
Mm.
time. So I ain't thought nothing about it. And then when I get home, my brain is tired from dealing with work and sitting in traffic. So I definitely don't want to scroll through social media. They like my friend, people at work and the students are like, man, TikTok is so entertaining. And I'm like, I realize I don't even scroll through TikTok. I just post shit on all the social media and rarely even scroll.
Yeah,
Now
and I
I
don't even
scroll.
judge people.
So go ahead.
I don't even like. I don't even have like a judgment for people who do care about this stuff. It only starts getting annoying when people start putting their ignorant like takes on stuff.
Yeah, I don't
If
judge
people want to
people
be a
for
celebrity fan, that's fine. But it's just the
yeah.
silly stuff that y'all say.
Yeah, I don't judge the people that's just interested in it. I'm I don't want to say I'm even judging it. I be confused by the people that are obsessed with it. That's what I'm just like I just don't understand it and I just want to know why. Like what the fuck is happening to y'all?
Yeah, it's weird.
People are not okay, Patty. And I think a lot part of it comes from 2020 when everything shut down. People ain't been okay
Fucking
since.
weak. I'm crying.
People ain't been okay since. All right, one more. The older I get, uh, the more I'm like, I don't need to get married or have kids.
No, that's not true. The older I get, it's not a need, but a strong want. The older I get.
And I'm like the opposite. The older I get, the more I'm feeling like I'm going further from it. And maybe it's not even that I don't want it. Maybe it's just like I don't trust it or people are fucking crazy. So I don't know, man. Like, but I will say, one thing that is funny to me, I'll see all these men on Twitter constantly and all these people talking about you can't trust a woman and be vulnerable with her, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, and I know they're talking about romantic relationships. So I haven't been there, I guess. But I'm like, I'm blessed that I have a nice amount of women that I can share stuff with and like be vulnerable with and all that kind of stuff. But these men, I don't know what kind of women they are here dating and where they finding these women that they be having some horrible stories on how these women are. I don't, I just don't know those women in real life.
I feel like social media be a lot of like I feel like that became like a popular thing to say on social media and people just say it. And I ain't even gonna hold you. You said something like that recently, and I immediately went to this nigga has been vulnerable with me plenty of times. And it
That would,
was
but see, but I wasn't talking to, first of all, it wasn't recent, that was months ago. So I know what you're talking about. And recently means weeks, not months. And,
excuse the fuck out of me.
and
I did
secondly,
not know that recently meant weeks and not months.
you learned something new today, nigga.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
Um,
fact check that dude.
it's important to learn something new every day, and you are welcome.
Okay, I'm going to fact
Um,
check it before I
but
say thank you.
don't fact check it. Just believe it.
I'm
So
not going to.
don't fact check it. You just believe it, my nigga.
I'm going to.
But no, I was talking about like romantic partners. And that's why I was saying I've been blessed that I have like friends, female friends and homegirls like that. But I have been there where it's been romantic partner or whatever that you've been vulnerable with, and they like throw it back in your face where you share something with them. And they like, that's why you depressed now, dumb nigga, or something like that. So I've seen
I had
that
that
little
happen to
part.
me recently.
Yeah, so I've seen that, but so I was talking about romantic partners, not like friends, and that's why I said I've been blessed that I have friends, that I have sisters, and all of that that I can be like that with. But I have seen it like, shoot, there's somebody that both of us know that I wouldn't say she was the closest of friends or whatever, but I told her something, and then when she got mad at me, she threw it back in my face, and that's why you got anxiety now. That's why you the old scary ass nigga with your anxiety and shit. And I'm like, damn, that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, well, I've 1,000% have experienced the exact same thing. That's why I remember one time I was having a conversation with somebody and they was doing the whole, men can't open up to women because women don't, woo, woo, woo. They throw stuff in your face and then they basically and then they was going back to like, men can't be open to anybody because growing up women all it was all of this shit to it.
Right.
And I was just like, all right, I mean, I could 100% argue that a lot of the men in my family are like super closed off and don't open up because of the men in our family chastising them, telling them don't cry,
Yeah.
telling them don't echo. That shit came from the men. And then literally in there, he's like, so basically he's trying to tell me that it comes from the women more than the men. I'm like, that's just your situation.
Right.
You trying to throw a statistic out there and you don't fucking know. But social media told y'all that it's women is the reason why black men can't. So that's what you running with.
It's equal. It's
In the
men and
midst,
women.
hold on, in
It's
the
men.
midst of that conversation, my friend screenshots me a text message of the dude that she was fucking with, and he said some foul ass shit to her. It was basically him throwing some shit in her face, like, and it was some like something personal that she told him, and they was arguing through text message, and he threw that shit in her face. Literally, I can't make this shit up. She texted me that shit while I was talking to him, and I'm like, I don't want to hear that shit. They said that shit on social media, and y'all just run with it. Like that's all it is.
And
Like
that's
everybody
why
deals with that. People are shitty. It's hard to be vulnerable to people. Period.
that's what I'm saying. That's what annoys me because I hate that these conversations turned into gender wars. It's
Mhm.
humans. Humans are shitty. It just depends on what human you're dealing with. Because growing up, I had from men and women, man up, toughen up. You can't cry. Like I heard it from men and women. It wasn't just a woman. It wasn't just a man. Like it was from both sides. So, but they want to make it seem like no, but it's more women. Okay, nigga, you had four women and three men tell you that. Wow, one more women. Like, all right, nigga. But I agree. Like, when all these narratives are created on social media, people just run with it. Like, you know what? They're right. All the men, all the women, all the black men, all the black women, all,
I'll
like,
be like, all everybody in the whole world.
like, bruh,
I be trying to get people to understand, like your bubble that you in,
does not
much
represent
more
everything
outside of
else.
that. It's
Right.
so much your environment. Like a lot of people have to understand that, like your environment of wherever you at, it probably is all the same. Your family probably is all the same. Your neighborhood probably is all the same. But and you probably do feel like but you go out here and you touch grass, my nigga, you be surprised. Shit's not the same.
Yeah. And
Shit's different.
yeah. That's why I'm thankful that I even work in like higher ed because I've been able to meet totally different type of people than I would have ever met if I didn't work in higher ed. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'm grateful to move around and live in Florida and live in Georgia and grow up in Louisville, but go to college in Bowling Green and work at these different universities because it's been able to help me challenge my opinions and challenge my thoughts and to think on a broader sense and realize that the world does not necessarily equal your circle.
At
Like
all.
just because your circle is the way it is, that doesn't mean that's how the rest of the world is. Like I totally recognize that me and basically all my closest friends, we all pretty much have good jobs and make pretty decent money. Like most of like when Kenny was here and me and Kenny was kicking it, and he's like, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm really proud of you and I'm proud of our circle because we all doing our thing. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm looking at y'all. I'm like, all my brothers, the ones that they're married with kids, they're doing their thing, they're raising their family, they're taking care of their family. But I also recognize there's a lot of men that are not doing the same thing as well. And then I look at my closest homegirls, they're doing their thing, they're making good money, they're they're raising their family, or they're just good people. But I recognize I live in Atlanta, so I meet a lot of women that are not as well. So I get it that my circle does not represent the rest of the world, but for some reason, especially when you get on Twitter, because Twitter is not real. I like Twitter. It's hard to explain. Imagine having to explain Twitter to like someone coming from another planet. They're like, well, explain, like, you can't explain that shit to them. But people get on Twitter and think because of the 4 people they've dealt with in their life, all of them are like that. That's how I feel when people get on there arguing about these astrologies and zodiac signs, because they're like, man, all Geminis are this. And even for me, I'm like, I don't even know the zodiac sign of the women that I've messed with and dated. I don't know that shit. The only thing I know is Pisces, because I'm a Pisces. I don't even know, but that's how people do. I would never date a Pisces woman. I would never date a Gemini man.
Why would they say that shit anyways?
Like you, because I'm like, you dated, but it's like you dated one Sagittarius woman, and now all Sagittarius women are like that. It's like me, I be joking when I'm like, I'll never mess with an AKA woman again. I just say that to joke and mess with people. But people really out there be believing because they dated one Gemini man. Every Gemini is gonna be fucking them up. Every Gemini man is this or that or whatever. Now, I think I may agree that there are certain characteristics that for some reason, like certain, like these zodiacs, like there's certain things that you will see similarities between different people that are the same zodiac or astrology sign, whatever you call it.
I also feel like I'm starting to realize that they say the same damn characteristics for them not all these zodiacs.
Bro, low key.
You know, such and such, they moody. I'm like, y'all say that about every fucking sign. Every sign is moody. Y'all people are moody because we have moods. How about that?
Bro, they emotional.
I mean, they liars, you know, because they liars. I'm like, y'all say that about every fucking sign. That, you know, they manipulate us. I'm like, y'all literally say, I'm starting to realize they say the same damn characteristics about them that but now Libras really are liars. I'm like, well, shut
up. They're like Libras are 4 times liars, but Geminis are just 3 times liars, so it's different. Like, what the fuck?
The same shit about every fucking sign. Like, I'm starting to realize, like, these characteristics, these are the characteristics that people have.
Hey, that's so funny. And then, like, my students, them Gen Zs, they are deep into it too. So they go into, but you can be a Pisces, but if you have a Gemini moon, that tells me that you're going to be moody at 9 p.m. on a Thursday. What?
I feel like it's cute. It's cute little fun facts. I'm not going to sit here and act like I don't know nothing about zodiac signs, but they're cute fun facts. They're not nothing that's like set in stone. I'm not judging a person's whole personality off of their. Because I'm a Cancer, and I feel like people like, oh, you a Cancer, and they just start judging my whole personality because I'm a fucking because you know they got all of these facts that they know about Cancer. I'm like, bro, you do not fucking know me.
When I tell people, yeah, my birthday is March 14th. Oh, you are March Pisces. Oh Lord, I know how that is.
They came with that. They be like June Cancer, July Cancer. I'm like, what the fuck is the difference? Because you know them, yeah, they different. I don't even remember which month they say is different. But I'm just like, don't judge my whole fucking personality off of a fucking.
But I will. So, like you said, there's certain those little small things that I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Cause like I get like specifically with Pisces. They do say like Pisces are often like living in a dream world, or they're very creative people. They need a creative outlet, or sometimes they're a little more sensitive than other people. Some of those things I'm like, yeah, I get. I totally understand, especially because my homegirl, like, what's funny is her boyfriend of like 6 years, me and him have the same exact birthday. And me and him we got so many of the same similarities too. And I also feel like that's what attracted her to be friends with me, is the same thing like that attracted her to be like romantic with him.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like it's a lot of similarities in that sense. But overall, when, like you said, no, Libras are liars. No, people lie.
No facts.
Humans fucking lie. Like, that's just what they do. All right, we're going to end this segment. We're going to do one more segment. You got time?
Yep.
All right. Next time, don't take too long to answer me. I don't play that.
I can't read and talk at the same time.
Well, you see, that's your problem.